Hello. Hi. Um, so it's been not a bit. It's been a bit since I've recorded a speaking video because I think I recorded two videos right after each other last week. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I can't remember. It's all blending together. But let me tell you, I have ends to weave in, but I think I'm done after those ends are woven. Because I know, blah blah blah, a lot of you out there are like, your project's not done until your ends are woven in. I would argue that the project is pretty done. It just means that you need to sit down and watch like an episode of a TV show and weave your ends in. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna show you this wearable. I'm still not really sure what I should call it. Because it's not like a shirt, but it's not a sweater either. So if you guys have an idea of what to call it, let me know. I guess maybe it's like a summer sweater, like it's like a lightweight meshy sweater. It's kind of still a sweater, but it's not. I don't know how to tell you what it is. Um, so the last video I showed was me finishing the back panel. All right, perfect, great, love it. I don't remember if I showed how I did the sides and the top shoulder parts. So I guess I'll go back and check that. But I don't think I did. So I'm going to show you the shoulders and I'm going to show you the sides. I'm going to explain what I did and why I did it. My only problem is I'm trying to figure out where to put my mic while I'm doing this because I can't hold it if I'm showing you the sweater. Maybe I can clip it to my cup and then move my cup somewhere closer to me. That was probably loud. Maybe this will work. It seems to be working right now. Move my actual like mic for my computer. Woohoo, we love ASMR. Okay. I don't know how close I am or how close I need to be, but maybe if I just turn this a little bit. Oh, wrong, Karen. Why are we moving the base? What was I thinking? This is what I needed to move. Hi. You can see my mic. Hello. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. I'll close this. My chair is a little creaky today. Alright, so when I finished the panels, dude, the whole thing is finished. So I'm gonna explain everything I did, all of the finishing parts. So it'll look very different from how it did in my previous video. Alright? But this is one shoulder. This is where the back panel ended. And this is where the front panel ended. I added these rows. And I alternated rows for each one. So I started out with half double crochets in one color, and then I did double crochet, and then I switched color and did half double crochet, double crochet. I did that for all 4 colors. So that's 8 more rows. I did not decrease at all. They're all exactly the same length as the finishing part was, which I think was like 25 stitches. Don't quote me on that. That's probably right. I think it's 25 stitches. So I did that on that shoulder, and then I did it on the other shoulder. And this is the front. So let me get it to a point where it's like to display. This is the front. Yay. Okay, so the shoulders are all good, right? Then I think I had it recorded where I was showing how the sides work together, but I don't think I showed what I did to make the sides fit better because I did realize that I needed to add something to the side, which I did the exact same thing that I did on the shoulders. So I did half double and then double for each little section right here, these ones. So another 8 rows were added. Alright, and I did that on both sides. So it's over here as well. There. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, just like that, right? And then I was like, great, this is awesome. I sewed those up. I think I did show my process of this, but that's where I did my stitching, stitch them together. You can't see it on this one as well. So that might be repetitive actually, now that I think about it. I think I have recorded that part where I stitched the sides together and probably stitched the shoulders together. That's fine. We're moving with it. We're growing. We're figuring this out. All right. Okay. So then I had a cardigan that, or not cardigan. It's like a sweater. Don't mind me while I hit the mic and get cat hair all over it. That's embarrassing. Maybe if I put it over there. I don't know. I hope it can still pick me up. Anyway. For the sleeves, I'm going to show you what the sleeves look like. This is what they are. They go a little bit past my elbow. So the ruffle is like at my arm here, kind of. Like right here. Well, I did. What did I do? Well, first I edged the collar with 2 rows of all 4 colors mixed together. Do that. So I think I did. I want to say I did half double crochet and then half double crochet. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think I did 2 rows of half double crochet all the way around to get this look, which I think it's kind of cute. It pulls all the colors together. I don't know. Do we hate it? I don't know. We could hate it. It's fine if you guys hate it. I don't mind. And then I did some edge on the shoulder part to kind of give myself a way to work in the round, but not really in the round because I did turning rows. But I kind of wanted to give myself some stitches to work into just to start off because of the way everything worked out. Obviously, this is the part that like came inward on the panel, and so it was the end of rows. It wasn't actual stitches for me to work into. So I was trying to make it easier on myself and just do a basic stitch all the way around so that I could just work into actual stitches and not have to like, where are my stitches going? You know? And I feel like I did pretty good because on one side I had 68 and on the other I had 67 stitches around, so not too bad. I think I also did 2 rows of them. But actually, no, I think I just did 1. I think I only did 2 on the collar, which is totally fine. So I did it on this side as well. This side. Perfect. We love it. See, and now you can see like the form of the initial one. Alright, cool. So then I went through the process of making these sleeves. For the sleeves, I have a handy dandy little post-it note here. I was trying to figure out how to do sleeves. Sorry. My first note that I crossed out on here, it says like magic ring, chain 2, half double crochet 8. I thought I was going to try and figure out my own type of granny square for the sides to make them like cute. But I settled on stripes on rows of just half double crochet, double crochet because it made the most sense. And I don't like making granny squares out of this yarn. And that's the truth. That is the reality of it. So, no, I didn't do granny squares. I have my failed granny squares somewhere. I'll show you them. I didn't want to undo them. So they're just kind of there. They exist. There's that one, and then there's this one. I don't know. I was trying to figure something out. It's fine. I should just do that. Just put my little random scrappies in here. Ooh, random pink yarn. The other part of like why I didn't want to use those scraps is because they were already cut, and tying this yarn together is already a pain. That hiding the ends with half double crochet and double crochets, depending on what kind of stitch I'm doing, is not exactly the most fun. So I don't do that. I didn't do that. But anyway, the sleeve. I started with the green into the thick 4 yarn held together section, and I did half double crochets all around. And then I did 5 rows of double crochets. And then I switched colors and did a half double crochet row, and then 5 rows of that, and then half double crochet row, 5 rows of this, half double crochet row, 5 rows, and then I did another half double crochet row so that I could crochet into it and hide the ends better. And then when I switched to the green on the sleeve, right here, I think it might look better actually if I just show you from this direction. I did double crochets. So I did a double crochet and then double crochet 3 into the next stitch. So I did 3 double crochets in that one stitch. So it was double crochet, 3, double crochet, 3, basically, just all the way around, to give myself a little bit of a ruffle. It did increase it a lot, but that's totally fine. I have every intention of it being like that. And so then I did that for that row, so you can kind of see how I did it. It was 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, like that. And then I did my second row of green, and I did double crochet, increase, 3 double crochet, increase. The only reason that the numbers ended up like that is because I was trying to get my increase to be the very middle of a section of 3. So I had to do a double crochet because I started with 3, I guess, to begin with. I don't even know where I started, but I started probably with a 3 into one stitch. So then I had to do 1 double crochet and then an increase in the middle, and then 1, 2, 3 double crochets. That would move me to the next middle, and then did a double crochet increase, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's what I did for the greens. And then I moved on to the white, and this is where it's really easy. I was brainlessly crocheting double crochets. I just did 2 rows of double crochets straight up. No increases, no decreases, nothing. And I did the exact same with the pink. And that's how I did the sleeve. And it ended up looking very cute, slightly ruffled, but nothing too crazy. I did that on both sides. So this is my other sleeve. Woohoo! And I did turning rows, so the seam is on the back. Whoop. But I didn't want to do the rounds because I didn't want my seam to be at an angle either. So I'm glad that that happened. It's on the back because I started both of them on the back. I started them right at that first section where I added to the back so I could make sure that the seams were in the exact same place. I wanted it to match up with that pink. I think it did. Yeah, it was like right in between the pink and the white, basically. So power to me. I'm proud of myself for that one. Yay. But this is it. It's very cute. Oh, I forgot. Last night I very quickly did a seam, basically, not seam, a row, a border on the bottom, all the way around it to kind of pull everything together. Because you know how it is when you make a panel and it has that starting chain that is all, chain, and then you move on upwards. And everything is good. There's stitches, all of it. But then you still have that starting chain part where it's like, not very good, doesn't look great. So I crocheted over the starting chain on everything. And then I made sure that the edge, the sides worked together as well into the project. So basically everything is put together. What I do need to do is put it on and take videos and pictures of me wearing it so you can like see what the vision is. But really it's a handmade wearable that I can wear to the musical and feel like I look pretty okay, look nice, and I made it. And I don't have to wear my sweater in 100-degree weather because I'm sure it's going to be that hot since it's already 90 degrees here. So I guess I will go ahead and get those videos recorded so that you can see them. But other than that, I don't think I did anything else to this thing. It's already pretty much put together when I took my last video. I had to record this. So, alright, we'll go to that and then I'll probably come back for some closing comments. Hi, me. Hello. Don't mind the thing that I use to keep my cats out of the laundry room. Also, the lighting sucks, but it shows off the sweater really well. So, you can see it's a nice, airy color. It's not suffocating. It's summer. We're trying to cool off. We're not trying to overheat. These are the sleeves. Don't mind my ends. I will weave them in. This is the side sleeves. I'm very happy about them. They're very fun. They're flowy. The sweater looks good. I'm obsessed. I'm having to step on my tippy toes because you can't actually see the bottom. But maybe. I don't know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful you can see it. But like, I'm obsessed. I love it. And I am absolutely going to make sure that I put out my summer version of this. So that if you're not interested in having the sweater, you do still want to have a wicked wearable, you can have one like this. Because I love how the lines on the shoulder lined up perfectly with the lines here. So it was started with the pink in the back and moved on to black. Started with the pink in the back and moved on to black. I don't know. I'm a big fan. I think it's very cute. If you were worried about like seeing through it, you can't really see through it. So just make sure you don't wear like a brightly colored bra or something, you know. But all in all, I'm obsessed. I'll probably figure out some sort of jewelry to wear with it because this feels very empty. Sorry, I'm like my head is cut off. Maybe I can raise it. Oh, weird noises. I'm so sorry. You have to deal with weird me. But yeah, I'm thinking I might figure out some sort of jewelry. Like a cute little silver like necklace, maybe, to go with it. Um but once I weave these ends in, I'm I'm good. I'm gonna wash it. Um I'll probably come back and let you know how that is, but I don't think it needs a full video on me washing it and telling you what the yarn is like. I'll probably include that in my yarn review actually. How it washes after I make a wearable, because I did it. I made the wearable. I made it everything I ever wanted. I feel like these sleeves fit me so much better than my sleeves for my sweater. Um, you know what? Why don't I do like a side by side of the two? You know? Hopefully that works and I can put those next to each other perfectly. Who knows? But I'm getting out of this sweater because I'm dying. You can tell it's very warm and soft. Bye-bye. Give me 1 second. Don't mind the hair. It looks a little crazy from changing so many tops, I guess. But I am so incredibly proud of this process. I'm so incredibly proud of myself for sticking with it. Not that I didn't think I would. I just feel like I hit some moments where I was having a hard time doing it, but because I was recording videos and editing them as I was going, I was realizing that this was a really good thing to be doing. So, sorry, I'm like trying to breathe. I am having the hardest allergies like season ever. It started early and it's not gonna stop, so I'm a little screwed for the summer. But you could tell from the sweater to this, it's definitely more flowy, more airy, lighter. The other one is definitely a sweater. And I love them both. And I'm so happy that I have both of them. I'm pumped, pumped to wear this summer. It is gonna be a little bit warmer, I think, than what I would typically wear, but at the same time, anything you wear in Texas is gonna be hot. It doesn't really matter what you do or what you are wearing. Um, I did think it would be really interesting to show you the amounts of yarn I have left because I had ordered extra, but for some reason Michaels lost my package. So that was fun. So I will show you what I have left because for some reason I randomly ordered one extra like skein of black loops and threads bamboo silky soft. Yeah, rayon from bamboo, but it's silky soft. So I ordered one black loops and threads silky soft. And I remember talking about how I thought I had an extra green because I had ordered green and blue way back when. And I did do that, so I did have an extra green for that. And I think I went and picked up an extra pink. So, let me show you. I'm going to put this back on my cup. I'll show you what I have left of my yarn. Just so you get an idea, because I was ordering an extra black, I was ordering an extra white, and I was, I think, ordering an extra pink. I don't know if I ordered an extra green. But this tells me that when I am planning to do something like this, if I'm using this yarn and it's going to be a similar project to this, I need to make sure that I have 2 skeins of each color unless it's like the red or the blush color, because I didn't use very much of those at all. So this is how much is left of the pink. Other than the scraps that you saw me put in that box. This is the pink. So I did not need too much more pink, but I needed enough that I had to buy another skein. So that was the pink. This is how much I have left of my green. A little tiny ball. Very small, compact. Other than the little tiny scrap that I found in that box as well. This is the green. This is how much I have left of the white. Sorry, let me wrap it really quick. I should have done that earlier, but this is the white, tiny ball of leftovers. This is my black. So I did not need quite as much more black, but I did need to buy another skein for sure, because this is how much I have left. And that is not a full skein. It's not even half of one. So there's that. And then, of course, like, there's the red, which I barely touched, and the blush, which I did use a good chunk of, but it doesn't even look like I did. This is what they look like. So basically, I have these left, and then I have these tiny bowls. It's fine. So there's that. I also had ordered some Trubu because I heard about it and I was like, oh, maybe I could use that. When I got them, the green was too light and the pink was too dark. It wasn't going to work for this sweater. So I didn't use them. And I still have them. I'm not returning them. It's fine. I'll figure something out. Maybe I can make like keychains or something and use it. But I have 2 skeins of each, so maybe I could just make a shirt. Or like a tank top or something. I don't know. I will figure it out. So, thoughts? I love it. This was a very fun project to do. It took me a month, I guess, since I started recording around the time that I was doing this. So maybe a little bit over a month if this is my 4th video in the series. I think it is the 4th video. Let me double check. I think it is. Hi, editing Karen and Ryder here right now. We have since realized that this was not the 4th video and it was the 5th one. And I just watched my phone holder slide down, so there's that, I guess. But the 5th video started this February, like mid-February probably. Mid-late February. But yeah. So I have this to wear now. All I have to do is wash it after I weave in my ends. Yes, I will. And then it'll be good to go. If you guys are interested in seeing what the inside looks like, I will show you. I'm not going to turn the sleeves inside out, they don't matter, but I will show you what the actual inside of the sweater looks like. Also, this is where I seamed it at the top for the shoulders. Alright, this is the back. Yay, it looks like a zebra. A colorful zebra. A very colorful zebra. That's the back, and this is the front. I don't know. Some people like to see the inside of stuff, so I figured I would show it. A lot of these ends I've already woven in and can't really weave any more without it coming back through the front and looking janky, and they're not bothering me on the inside. So the only part that I'm really annoyed with is this part at the bottom where I did not secure my black carry, and it goes all the way across. I'm thinking about maybe cutting it off. And also maybe cutting that green one that you see, like right in the middle. And then I could tie them off on their respective ends, because they end pretty close to each other too. And then I could weave them in better over there. But that is not a me problem right now. This project is basically finished. I just need to weave in the ends of the arms. And then this video will be ready to go up. Yay. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out and being here and watching my process, my progress, all of it. I will be writing out this summer pattern, basically, to put on my coffee as well. So I will do that, and I will let you guys know when I've done that. Maybe it'll be when this comes out, but probably not, because that would mean that I'm doing it tonight. And then get out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So I'll let you guys know when I've released that, when I put it out, as an alternative to the sweater one. Maybe I'll even make a bundle for the sweater and the summer. There are probably some pretty obsessed wicked people out there, right? Yeah, maybe. So I'll do that, and I don't know. I have to find a new project now. I have a few ideas, but we will see what I decide to do. Might be shorter videos though, because I do not think that all of my videos need to be 20 to 30 to 40 minutes long. But if you guys like these types of videos, let me know. Like it, comment, subscribe, all of the things. I'm really just trying to see how I do with this, and if I can stick with it. I'm more likely to stick with it if people are interested. So if you do like what I'm doing, like, let me know, maybe, because that would help me out a lot in knowing whether I should or shouldn't continue with this. But I think that is it, actually. So I'm gonna go edit this video. But yeah, whenever you see this, just if you get to this point, please like it, subscribe it, share it with people who like Wicked, share it with people who like crochet, share it with people who just like YouTube videos where someone random is talking to them at the screen. I don't know. But I would appreciate it greatly if you did share it with anyone that you thought might be interested or might enjoy my videos. So I will catch you next time with a new project, probably. Alrighty. Okay, thanks. Bye.